everyone. My name is Sherry. I'm from University of Strathclyde. I'm the Recruitment and International Officer. So today, thanks very much for SIUK to University to you. So hopefully will be a informative session that you can know a lot more about Strathclyde than you didn't before. Just a little bit about myself. So I used to work in Newcastle. Sorry, just live in Newcastle, and then I only moved to Scotland and Glasgow about 2 years ago now. So so I think I do have some say in terms of my experience about Scottish culture and Scottish experience and that kind of stuff. So hopefully that would relate it to you. Right, okay, so to start off with Strathclyde, I actually wanted to explain a bit about our name, because I have a lot of students who, asking me, how do you pronounce your university's name? So it's actually not that difficult, because Strathclyde is actually two words, yeah. So the Strath, it's a Scottish word, it means valley, and Clyde is the name of the river that runs through Glasgow. So our names actually has a meaning of the valley on River Clyde. So hopefully, once I explain, then you know what our name means, and it would relate to you better. Right, okay. Oh, how come it's not going down? Right, okay. So Strathclyde, we have witnessed a very fruitful year last year, and then we had a lot of awards, and some of them are very, very big ones. For example, I think the biggest one I'd like to say, which is the Times Higher Education, the University of the Year Awards, that we are the only university, the UK university, that has won this award for the second time, which was the first time was in 2012, and this second time is in 2019. We are also the winner of the Scottish University of the Year for 2020, and we also won the Queen's anniversary prizes in 2019. These are some big awards in the industry, which we're very proud of. And hopefully that would give you an indication in terms of how well we did, and how much we care about our students in terms of investment and the support that we do for our students to have a better experience, not just an academic experience, but also your life experience while it's just the time you spend in Glasgow, in Strathclyde with us. So a little bit about Strathclyde. We're actually a quite old university, because we were founded in 1796. We're over 200 years old now, and we are Scotland's third largest university. We also have one of the largest and the oldest business schools in Europe. And if you're looking at the ranking from the Times 2020, we are ranked 36 in the UK. And if you look at the CUG, which is Complete University Guide, we are the 35 this year, which were all very above average, was actually really good. I believe one thing that sets Strathclyde different from other universities is that we believe that university should be a place for useful learning. That is why this tradition, this motto, is reflected in all our course designs. So most of our courses are industrial accredited, and also we have designed them as practical as possible, just so that students, when they study with us, they would have more hands-on experience that could put into practice in the real job, basically, after you graduate. And in terms of the student population, we have approximately 23,000 students, full-time students, but from 100 nations. But in terms of the international students, we have about 4,000. So it's a good proportion, but it's not overwhelming. So you still would get a good mix of, you can, as student nationalities, but also you would get the chance to make friends with local students and also students from all over the world. I've already mentioned some of the awards and rankings, but I think something I haven't touched on, which is the business school ranking. We have the UK top 5 business school. We are also one of the UK top 20 research universities. So we are a research intensive university, and just like how recently we have been, actively engaging ourselves in terms of research to help with the COVID-19 vaccination. And so for our business school, not only it's a top 5 business school, it's also a triple accredited business school, which is one of 86, I believe, the most recent figure in the world. So it's very, very impressive, because this triple accreditation is not only very hard, difficult to get, it's even more difficult to maintain. So we have had this triple accreditation for a long time, and we have been maintained it ever since, which from another angle, you can see how well we did, and the teaching quality. Okay, so, and as for the campus investment, I mentioned earlier on that we care about our students, and then we put a lot of investment in students' campus, in the building, just to make sure students have a good study and life experience when you're studying with us. So by 2025, we would have put in about £1 billion investment in our campus. That includes these 3 buildings you can see on the right-hand side of my presentation. The top one is the sports center that was newly opened to the end of 2018, and that cost £31 million. So all the facilities in there are brand new, and you have the very advanced technological machines and exercise suite, and also the swimming pool, which has the adjustable floors. Just for example, if someone falls to the water, then we can raise the floor up, for example. So everything is very advanced and is new. And the Technology and Innovation Center was built 5 years ago, and this building is very special because it's not just any other building in the campus. It's not like a teaching building. It's a co-location for academia, for students, for employers, and also for researchers. So in this building, we actually have the Rolls-Royce office in this building, just to show you how close we are with the industry, again, to make sure that the students would have a good connection with the industry before they even graduate. And another thing about this Technology and Innovation Center is that the Queen actually went for this opening ceremony 5 years ago when it was opened. And so in June, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, we only just had its 50th birthday, which is a very big thing, and then we were also very proud of. And for this building, we've brought in a lot of investment in Glasgow, and then brought over job opportunities. Yeah, so we are very proud to have this to have contributed in the society, and also for our students. And the bottom picture is the library. And I think it was literally just before lockdown, then we were doing refurbishment with the study areas. So by the time you come to the campus, then you will be able to enjoy the brand new study areas that's been newly refurbished in the library. We also have a learning and a teaching building, which is due to open this year in autumn, but because of COVID-19, so it's been postponed a bit. But hopefully that will, things will get back on track quickly, and then, we could all move into that building. That's the building I will be moving into as well. So as well as the students and, some teaching activities. For our university, there are 4 universities in Glasgow, but we are the only university that has a city centre location. So you have about 10 minutes walk from the main train station, and to the bus station is about 10 minutes walk too. And if you go to the international airport, it's about 20 minutes drive. So you can take a taxi. You can also go to the bus station. There is Airport Express. I think it's about every half an hour, and it's about £8, I believe. Yeah, so it's a reasonable price, and then it's very handy just to go from the city centre, taking you right to the airport. And library, accommodation, sports centre, and also, so everything is within the campus, so you don't really need to take a bus to go to anywhere. So that would save you a lot of money on commuting, which is great. And because we're in Glasgow city centre, and then Glasgow is a great place for shopping. So when you go to shopping, or you go to a restaurant or theatres, and mostly everything is within walking distance from the university, which is very, very handy. A little bit about Glasgow is that the Glasgow is actually the largest city and the most cosmopolitan city. It's a great place for shopping, like, as I just mentioned, and it also has a great nightlife. And you can find a lot of like bars and all the amazing restaurants, and that you can, you want to enjoy apart from your academic study life. Glasgow has also been voted for the world friendliest city, as well as the UNESCO City of Music. So we have many, I think the data was that we have about 100 big or small music events every month, which is great. Also, another thing about Glasgow, which is great, is that it's a gateway to the Highlands. I'm sure you would know more, or the scenery, how beautiful the Highlands are, how Highland is. Yes, of course it is. And from Glasgow, if you want to drive to Highlands, it's only about 2.5 hours. And if you want to go to Loch Lomond, which is on the east side of Scotland, then it's only about 1 hour drive. So it's very accessible. So so the good thing about Glasgow is that you could enjoy the the hustle and bustle of the city, but if you want some quiet time in the countryside, you also have a lot of chance or opportunity to do that, which is great. Again, year-round festivals, which is film, comedy, and that kind of stuff. If you're a fan of that, it's a great place to be. And just to mention, because where I live at the moment is downstairs, that the festival little booths are starting to build up. So just to get ready for the festival, which is great. Glasgow weather, yes. I have to mention this bit because throughout my years of experience, and then I have so many students or parents, they're seriously concerned about going to Scotland and Glasgow. It's almost like they come to Glasgow, they fear that they're going to go to the North Pole, it's really not that cold. Because let's look at the data first. Okay, so the average temperature in summertime in Glasgow is 19, and London's 21, and you look at the winter is 4 in Glasgow and London 6. So there's only about 2 degrees difference between Glasgow and London. So it's really not that, not that cold. And another thing you don't forget is because when you come to the city in Glasgow, so it's not like you're going to go to the Highlands, but if you go to Highlands, then yes, because that's just wild nature, you just in the middle of nowhere, then yes, it can be a bit chilly, especially in the winter time. However, if in the city, you got all the buildings and everything, so it's really not that bad. It just feels like any other city. This is why when I mentioned I used to live in Newcastle for a long time, so because my experience, if I compare Newcastle to Glasgow, I really feel it's just not much difference at all. So if you're worried about the weather when you study in Glasgow, then that just it's not necessary. Okay, and in terms of where we are, I already mentioned that we are the only university in Glasgow that has the city centre campus, city centre location. So if you look at those blue ones, those are all the university buildings, and those yellow dots and the lines, they are actually all the students' accommodations. So you can see how close they are to the campus. Again, that would save you a lot of money on commuting, because it's literally just walking distance to everywhere in the university campus. So now I'd like to move on to our 4 faculties, and I'll touch down a bit about the rankings and the courses that we offer in 4 faculties. So the first one is our business school. I already mentioned that the business school has it's a top 5 business school in the world. In the UK. And if you look at the rankings for each department, our accounting finance has always been number 1, always been top 3 since 2012. Yes, so you can see how well we maintained our ranking, and it's brilliant that we can see the ranking has been maintained in a very, very high standard. But marketing, also, we are one of the first universities that offers marketing courses in the UK. I think the special thing about our marketing course for postgraduate is that for the first semester, you would study some, like the normal, you go to lecture and then with other students. But for the second entire semester, what you would do is students would be randomly put into different groups, and then each group will be assigned to a different local company, and then you would you would need to identify the problem with the company, or any marketing issue or anything you can address or anything you can improve on, and then the whole procedure will needs to be reflected on an assignment in a group or a presentation, and then that's what you will be doing for the whole semester of second semester. So this is very practical because technically that's what you do after you graduating as a marketing graduate. So you basically been put into, it's a bit like an internship, is unpaid, but you do that work for your study. So you will get yourself familiarized with what the actual settings like in a real company. But also it's also good in the way that some students are very good and then they had a good relationship with that company, then they might get a job offer. So these sort of things can all happen, which is a great opportunity for students to engage with a future employer well in advance before graduation. For hospitality and tourism, we are the second in the UK this year. It's great because Glasgow is actually a tourism destination, is very popular. So I would imagine it's a great place to study hospitality and tourism in a tourism city. Okay, and for our MBA courses, we were one of the first university again to offer MBA courses. So currently our ranking globally is 65, but for MBA, the difference for our MBA is that we ask students to have at least 3 years working experience and has to be over 24 years old, just to make sure you have decent amount of working experience to go on this course. That is because our MBA course is designed to train the student to a CEO level rather than just a general MBA course. So all your students that you would engage with are all, either managers or have some in senior management level for a decent amount of years. And, for that reason, you have to have the similar amount of working experience to relate to them and then to finish the course. But also, again, those students, your mates, study classmates would be, your future connection. Again, either you want to study your own, either you want to set up your own business, or you want to go up, improve your career improvement, so go up a level, something like that. So yeah, that will be invaluable connection for you for our MBA course. Then moving on to the engineering department, we have 8 departments altogether, and you can see that 7 out of 8 are ranked top 10 in the UK, which is very, very good. For example, we have the EEE, which is 5 in the UK, and our biomedical engineering is actually the first in the UK. So moving on to the science, Faculty of Science, our pharmacy, the ranking is very high. It has been the first in the UK for a period of times, and we also have forensic science, but we also have those cross-disciplinary degrees, which is co-designed by science faculty and the business school, which is the quantitative finance and the actuarial science. So for that courses, you would enjoy the best ranking, of the accounting department, but also you would enjoy the top-notch laboratories in the science, and if you ever needed to, which is great. And we also have the biomedical science with 13th in the UK, and the computer science. But for computer science, we offer different courses for students with different academic backgrounds. So if you have already had a computer science, then we have a course with advanced computer science that you can apply. But if you don't have a computer science background, then you can apply for the software development, which is a conversion course designed for students without any computer science background. And the last one is the Faculty of Humanity and Social Science, and we call it HAS. And so, you can see the ranking for journalism media is, currently second in the UK, according to 2019 Guardian. And the education schools ranking is very high too. That's because our education school is is the biggest education school in Scotland, and we have half of the Scottish teachers trained with us. That's why we're so big. And for for the TESOL intercultural communications, that for this specific course, we do not require students to have teaching experience like some university required. So for this one, you could just be a fresh student, and you can learn this course if you're interested. And again, and also the business translation and interpreting, again, that's focused on business, just to make it more specific, so that when students, after graduating, they want to go to the job market, then they can have a high employment rate. Of course, apart from all the academic and excellence that we offer to students, we also appreciate that study abroad can be challenging sometimes, especially if you're an international student who live in your country and then go into a completely different country for the first time. So we offer study guidance, also the financial guidance, and career services, and the disability well-being service. So, for example, if you do feel like you need to speak to someone, and either that's relating to your personal issue or it's related to your study, we all have that sort of private and one-to-one counseling session that's available to our students. For career service, also, so if you're a student, you can get access to all their services. For example, you can book an appointment to review your CV, or you can do a mock interview with our career service staff. But not only just that, you can still access to our career service within 5 years or after graduation. Because we just want to make sure that our students, have enough time to have our support just to help you to find your dream job. So for our graduates, if you look at some data, so we have 94 students in employment or for further study within 6 months of graduation. And yes, and we also, when you're studying here, we also offer a lot of on and off campus events. Or for example, we have the Scottish Graduate Fair, but we also have a dedicated website which has the job vacancies specifically for students would be all like, for example, the apprentice and job opportunities, or the graduate, the jobs would specifically for, fresh graduates, for example, which will be great for you to, to start off somewhere. Okay, so I think I have mentioned quite a lot, most of about the Strathclyde that I wanted to touch on. So now I just want to show you some pictures of the university. Although we do welcome you to come to, to Glasgow and to Scotland to visit us and just to see the campus yourself. But for the time being, just show you some pictures, give you a bit of taster of what Strathclyde is like. This is the building when we were founded 200 years ago. That's the faculty. Now it's the Faculty of Engineering, and this building is the Faculty of Science. So this building was built in 2011, so it's just coming up to 10 years old now, but it's still with the laboratories and all the facilities that are inside this building, and they're very advanced. Strathclyde Business School, and this building, I believe it was refurbished, or it was renovated about 5 years ago, I believe, and everything is being completely renovated just to make sure that student have a good experience, and you have a lot of private like study areas, or the little booth if you want to do group work and that kind of stuff. And this one is the Technology Innovation Building, which is the one I just mentioned that the Queen actually attended the opening ceremony. So this is from from the other angle. And this is the sports center that I mentioned. I think what I forgot to mention is that if you stay in our university accommodation for the first year, and you get the sports center access pass for free for term time, which is, I think, is worth about £150. And I personally would really recommend you to go, even if you don't stay on our university accommodation, just to go to the gym. It's very good. I joined it myself, and I really, really like it. And now this is a picture for the student village. So this within the accommodation, we have a lot of green areas, although we are a city center campus. So we have a lot of grass places just for students to, to enjoy the sun, which is great in the summer. And this is from the other angle. If you see those red buildings, so these are all the university accommodations. Then you can see how close they are with all the other buildings inside in the campus. And yes, and this one obviously is the graduation hall. And then I hope everybody, I want, if you welcome you to join us, and hopefully I will see you here and say, after a year or, few years hard work, then you will be presented the certificate by our principal in this brilliant hall. This hall is really, really pretty. Yeah. Right. Okay. I think that's me. So just a brief introduction about Strathclyde, and I'm happy to take any questions today, or if you can't think of any question today, if you have any other questions later on, then you're welcome to drop me an email anytime. But other than that, I think I'll just stop share the email, and I'll get to the question. Right, okay. Oh, there's a lot of questions here. Okay, I'm just gonna go from the top. Right, okay. Someone from living in Spain and interested in HR management. I think I might need a bit of more detail on that. Is that the is it undergraduate level or postgraduate level? And I assume if it's undergraduate level, I'll just maybe give some general questions if that answers your questions already, hopefully. So if you're talking about the Brexit, the European students, wanting to study in Scottish University because at the moment it's free. And yes, because the free tuition fee, I think that only happens for this year. So starting from next year, the European student would not enjoy the free tuition fee study in Scotland, which is a shame. Yeah, but I'm presuming that's the question. If it's not, then if it's anything specific, please drop me another. Just drop another question in the chat, please. Okay, from Italy. Okay, sorry, I'm not going to try to pronounce your name in case I got it wrong, which can be embarrassing. So, so hi, someone from Italy interested in journalism, international relations. Again, can I have a bit more specific question about that, please? Like the degree, the level of interest, and what specifically you would like to know about the course, please. Thank you. So someone from Kenya, and there's no question. Someone from Malaysia interested in law and business. Again, okay. My name is law. Neuropsychology. I think this one I can answer this one. We do not offer this course. I don't think so. It can be merged. This is so helpful. Thank you. Email, please. Sorry. Right. Okay. HR. Yes. Okay. So I think Andrew just mentioned that you're interested in postgraduate level. Yes. So you're from Spain. I think, we would normally ask for two equivalents. Sorry, apology for I might not be able to answer all the specific questions in terms of your country qualification, because I personally look after the UK qualifications, UK international students. So I can take down your questions and then go back to my colleagues if I can't answer it today. Sorry, apology about that. Okay, do you offer art and design? Creative writing. Sorry, we do not have creative writing, sorry. But for art and design course, we don't have those like fine art, this kind of course, but we only have architecture design, and that's probably the only thing that's most closely to what you wanted. Okay, I have MSc English from University of Glasgow. Okay, Ali from Iraq said, I have a MSc in mechanical engineering from University of Glasgow 2012. And sorry, I don't think I got what you wanted to ask here. Can you be a bit more specific, please? Yeah, and diploma for creative writing. Sorry, we don't do creative writing at all. Entry requirements for journalism. For what level? Sorry, again. I think it will be very helpful if you could put down your interest level and which country you're from, what kind of qualification you have, so that I can answer your questions better. Because otherwise, it's a bit broad for me to answer all the questions. Sorry,
someone has said they would like to know about journalism for undergraduate. Fernando.
Yeah, for what qualification do you have?
Let me read that.
Yeah, because that really depends what, I mean, the quickest way to check is probably go onto the website to check, because that would list the recognized qualifications online. For example, if it's IB or if it's A level. Yeah, but it would really depend what qualification you already have. Okay, someone, Muhammad from Pakistan, currently
studying postgraduate in China, and I want to enroll for PhD in Strathclyde. I want to know what type of documents are required.
Right. Okay. So okay, let me read it also. Language for me. Okay, for PhD, it's for what happens about PhD application is you need to have a proposal first. So you need to have a proposal of your interested research area, and then you need if you can go on our website to find the faculty staff, and then for which supervisor who would be able to take on your proposed area. But if you find it difficult to locate those supervisors' research areas, you're welcome to send it to us, and then we can send it to the faculty so they can circulate it to hopefully, be a quicker way to find a supervisor that would like to take you on. So once that's agreed, once the supervisors agree to take you on with your research proposal, and then you would go through the application process, which is very easy, and you can just go on the web page, and then there's a button, and you can say apply, and then you just follow the steps, which is very easy. What type of documents? I think that would mainly be your passport, your transcript for your postgraduate, and if any language that's not in English, we need a translation. We need translation in English, and then it has to be a certified from a certified translator. Also, and we will need reference and CV, and also we would need a personal statement. That's the general documents we would need for applications. Okay. Okay. Sorry, that's another question asking how can I get an offer from your university. That's sorry, I'm afraid I need you to be more specific on that again. Is there attendance scientific? What do you mean by that? Is there attendance scientific? I'm sorry, I'm not too sure what that means. If you can drop me another message if you want to be more specific, please. Okay, from Albania, accounting finance postgraduate. Well, yeah, I think if it's if it's a country specific entry requirement, because if you don't mind, you can go on our website and go to the country page, and then you should have your country listed on there, and they will tell you what entry requirement they would ask for your specific qualifications that's from your country. Okay. Okay, entry requirement for journalism courses. I think I already mentioned this one. I need to know what qualification you did. If you can't find that on the website, then you can always drop me an email, and I can take you to my colleague to ask it for you. Because unfortunately, I'm not too sure the entry requirement for Italian students. Okay, I will share my email address in the chat in a minute, and so that you can contact me later. Yeah. Okay. Someone's asked, what do we have a chance to get a fully funded scholarship? What level again? So for undergraduate and postgraduate level, we do as far as I'm aware, we do not have much of the fully funded scholarship, but we do offer a variety of different kind of scholarship there. So if from different faculty. So again, that will be depending on what course you're studying, what level you're studying, and which country you're from, and whether you're a self-funded or you have a sponsor, you know, for those students from MENA region, and you know, you could have a sponsor or things like that. So again, you need to check that on our website. Okay. Someone's interested in masters in renewable energy sustainability. When would be the admission open for September 2021? I believe if it's not open now, then normally we would open application for next year, starting from September. Yeah. Someone from Malaysia, yes, we do have courses related to law, either at undergraduate level or postgraduate level. We have them all. Well, I think what I would suggest you to do is, if you could go on our website, if you click on study with us, the course search, if you put in law, and then that will bring you all the law related courses, and you can go through them to find out which one you wanted. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah. Do you offer international scholarship? Yes, we do. For undergraduate, yes. As I mentioned, yes, we have a lot of a variety of different kind of scholarships for both undergraduate and postgraduate level. You need to go on our website and search for scholarship, and then that would bring you a website which has a lot of filter function. You need to filter in what level of study you're interested, which country you're from, and that would filter out the most relevant, most applicable scholarship to you. And once you found the one, then you can apply, and you can click on the apply button. That would take you to the application page. How can I get the offer to study PhD in civil engineering from your university? Yes, again, okay, again, you need your research proposal, and you need to find the supervisor who is interested in your research area and would like to take you on. Again, if you can't find that supervisor, you can send your proposal to us, and then I can circulate it to the faculty to help you to find that person. But I do recommend you to have a look on our website. If you just go to the faculty page, you could go to our research, then you would find all the supervisors' information on the website. Then you would have a clearer idea of what area their research is about. Then that would basically give you a clearer idea of whether that one is suitable for you to contact. Okay. Do you offer? Okay, I think I missed that. Someone, Ali from Iraq, applied for PhD in mechanical engineering in May, but no reply yet. I wonder whether you have a application number or not, or have you agreed with any potential supervisor or not? If you have, I would recommend you check with the supervisor. If you haven't found the supervisor, then I would suggest you to contact our admission team. So our admission email is just admissions@strath.ac.uk, because it's a bit broad that, the question, I don't have the application number. I can't check what status is in at the moment. So if you don't mind, you can give me the application number. I can check it for you later. Psychology and law. I'm not sure about this on top of my head. Also, I'll be able to practice in Glasgow and obtain postgraduate. I'd be coming to undergraduate. Also, will I be able to practice in Glasgow after attending my postgraduate? Sorry. Will I be able to practice in Glasgow after attending? Psychology and law, I think I might have to check on the website. As far as I'm aware, Just give me one sec. No, sorry. Unfortunately, we do not have psychology and law for postgraduate. And also, I wouldn't think that qualification would be able for you to practice in Glasgow, because you would need a proper degree in undergraduate to be able to become a qualified law specialist. Okay, do I have a chance to go fully about the exams? Fully funded scholarship, I think I already answered this question. And what about the fully funded scholarship? Yeah, I did answer this question. Yeah, so again, for undergraduate and postgraduate level, it's not likely. I think fully scholarship, as far as I'm aware, is mainly from your own country, or any sort of, or the chimney scholarships, not from our university. I'm not too sure I understood what you meant by what about exams. What about the exams? So I'm not too sure. If you could be specific about that, please. Thank you. Do past work experience internships help for overall application? Yes, definitely. Yeah, so that's why we request CV. So we want you to know what the student's qualification and the working experience apart from their academic achievements. So yes, if you by all means please put in your personal statement, but also put it in your CV as well, just so that we can assess your application as a whole. Yeah. How much is the application fee? We do not charge any application fee for most of our courses. Okay. Okay, for spouse. Okay, so is any discount if I do PhD as a Strathclyde spouse uni as a spouse for one of our alumni? I'm not sure, sorry. And I also think that depending on your fee status. So if you're international students, whether you would be eligible if your spouse is doing PhD in our university. Sorry, I'm not entirely sure about this question. I would check with our admission again for that question. Can you? Okay. Someone's asking for the eligibility criteria specifically for scholarships. Again, like I mentioned, we have, I think we altogether we have about over 40 different scholarships, and each one of them has different selection criteria, eligibility criteria. So unfortunately, I can't give you one answer for all scholarships, but mainly we have two different types. So one type would be based on your academic achievement. So we basically would select the candidates based on their achievements, how high your grades are. But another one, like for example, we probably would be for example, just for some funding, but it depends on which country you're from. So I think that's the two big parts. Yeah, but again, you really need to check on the website to filter out your situation, and so that to check the most relevant scholarship to you, because like I say, different scholarship has a different selection process and surely has a different eligibility criteria. Do I need a reference letter from a teacher for the application to Strathclyde University? Yes, generally, yes, we do. We do ask for references. Yeah, the references could be from your academic teacher, could also from your recent employer if you have one. But otherwise, we generally just ask for reference letters from your previous teacher. Is there a deadline for application for this year intake? If it's for this year intake, we're still taking applications for international applications. Yes. And can you explain what would be the exam, for example, business and management? Okay, for Undergraduate. I mean, for undergraduate and the postgraduate, so most of the assessment methods would be either coursework, so that would involve a group work, and you would do a presentation and you would write some assignments. At the end of it, you would have presentations, or sorry, the dissertations. So that would be most of the assessment method, but also, of course, some courses for business management. I'm not entirely sure because that changes every year, but sometimes you might get exam like sitting exam, but I think mostly it would be written exams, just like assignments and papers, and then you submit it before the required deadline, and then you get marked for however many grades that they think you can get. Can you share contact for admission email, please? Okay. The point of contract. Okay, if you masters in renewable energy. Okay. Let me just quickly go to the website. Yeah, I'll find the email address for you. It just for anyone who, you would like to contact details, is very easy. If you could go on our website and then, where it says study with us, and then you can just, there's a place for you to search the word that you're interested in, and it will bring you all the related courses. And then if you click on that, that tells you all the entry requirements, the fees, and the course content, also how to apply and then how to contact them. I think if you're in a rush for it. So for this one, I think I just replied to the wrong person. I'll just reply to everyone. So yeah, so this is the email address for the renewable energy sustainability course. Yeah. The overall COVID-19 situation in Strathclyde area. Oh, thank you for that question. And yeah, I think this is probably related to all of you. The situation is definitely under control, and the government has lifted the lockdown, and then has eased all the social distancing requirements. So everything's looking at the positive side. So for Strathclyde University, we have a staggered reopening back to the campus. So at the moment, we already have security staff and accommodation staff, and also like the cleaning staff. They're already back on campus just to make sure the whole campus is clean and secure. And we students will be encouraged to arrive at the campus starting from the 16th of September. But for this year, we do allow students to arrive as late as 26th of October, because we appreciate that might be, student might be difficult to either get a visa appointment or get the for example, can't get the flight ticket because of the restriction of flights, international flights. So we appreciate all that. That's why we have this big flexibility of when students can have to arrive on campus. So as long as you can arrive before 26th of October, that'll be fine. But if you absolutely have a very big reason that you can't arrive at the campus, you need to speak to us, and then we will review your circumstance, and then if further extension can be guaranteed, then yes, we will contact you. And also in the campus, we have now implemented the one-way system. So for example, inside the building, we have one-way entrance, and we will also be giving out hand sanitizers and face masks to students. And because at the moment, what the Scottish government has asked is that it's compulsory to wear a face covering when you go inside the building. So it can be a face mask, a surgical one, or it can be just the reusable one. But you can also have just maybe a scarf if you don't have a mask. But it's compulsory to go inside a building to wear face covering. So we will basically follow very closely to the government guidance as well. But we will be providing students with that and the hand sanitizer. I think that's pretty much about the COVID-19 situation. So we are ready for students to join us this September. So hopefully to see you soon on campus. And someone asked where exams will take place. Most exams will be taken place in your own department, so it will be your department's building, but I'm not too sure is that what you wanted to know. So it's just going to be the normal, the exam halls where that's for the written exams. Okay. Someone's asking, can we can expect a reply from university? How many days? Okay. Normally we would reply to once you submitted the application, we will process it within a week. So if we need further documents and stuff like that, we would email you at the same time. So it shouldn't be more than a week. Okay. Should I have the certification for IELTS? I have a course language in. Can I have a course? Okay. If you're talking, yes, we do accept IELTS, but if you want to do pre-sessional, that's also fine. But for this year, it's our pre-sessional course has all been changed to online, and unfortunately, we're not taking any applications for pre-sessional course for this year because it's all started. So for next year, yes, then if you have an IELTS, depending the grade of your IELTS, and then we can see how long of the pre-sessional course you can do. Which exam? Okay, so for the recognized, okay, someone's asking for the recognized English language certificates. I will give you a, hang on.
Everyone, just for a reminder, we have 8 more minutes left till the end of this session, so you guys can carry on asking Jerry some more questions for another 8 minutes.
Okay, so someone's asking what exams is accepted, and for either pre-sessional entry or for degree entry, then yeah, please find this email. This has listed on all the accepted English language qualifications. Someone said, is it mandatory to do the English test to get into our university? Or I believe, is it Lexas from which country? If it's international students, we only, I can't remember which country you're from Kenya. Yeah, then yes, you need to have the English test. Is the English test, did you mean the IELTS test then? Sorry, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, if you're international students and if your country where you're from is not listed on the exempted English exemption list country, and then yes, you would need some sort of English language qualification, but the most popular would be IELTS. That's the most recognizable qualification. Do you accept Cambridge certificates? Cambridge, what kind of Cambridge certificates? Again, I need some more specification for that one, please. Okay. B2, I'm sorry, but I don't think Fernando is asked the B2 certificate. Sorry, I don't think I can answer that one because I believe you're from, is that the one you're from Italy? And it might be some different policy for Italian students, for European students. I'm not too sure, but I can take the question. I can ask my colleague, and if you if you want to take that further. Okay. What is all your education? Besides from the website, can you tell us the benefits student the university? Well, I think the biggest benefit I believe is actually the what our motto actually, because our courses are very practical, and we want students to have a lot of hands-on experience rather just than the theoretical knowledges, and you can't apply that when you graduate. So that's why our courses are very popular in this way. But also I think the benefits of studying with us is also the ranking. And because, so for example, the business and the engineering, and also for the HATS, humanities, social science, and the science, because our course rankings are very, very high. So which means if you go out to the job market, and then if you have a degree in this special area, and instantly you will stand out from all the other peers. So I think that's the best benefit from studying in our university. Okay. What is all your education was in English? Have a master and have a master in English. Is that a question for me or for our courses? Or yes, our courses are all taught in English. If it's asking for me, then I did my undergraduate in China. So but I have a master I did my master in Newcastle University, if that's what you wanted to know. Okay. And okay, another question for your wife is doing the PhD in Strathclyde. Sorry, I do not know the answer to that question. You would have to contact our admission for that, or our admission email address is admissions@strath.hc.uk. How long does business and management course will last? If it's undergraduate, then yeah, standard Scottish undergraduate degree is 4 years, but we do accept year 2 entry, depending on your qualification and depending on what grade you achieved. But if it's for postgraduate, then it's all 12 months. So it's a 1 year general postgraduate, which is the same as the English, the rest of the UK universities in the rest of the UK. Okay, I think I have, okay. Is the English language course in your university online now? Yes, it has. It's been changed. It's all been changed online starting from March, and everything's online now, and we are not taking any further applications, unfortunately. So if you're still interested in join us in this September, you would need to take one of the recognized English qualifications to get to degree level entry. Okay, so hopefully I have answered all your questions, everyone, and I hope I haven't mumbled a bit, and then because of the questions can be a bit of everywhere, and then I hope that I have managed to explain a little bit to you. So yeah.
Yeah, you covered almost all questions. Yeah, every question has been answered, I guess.
Yeah, but
and
sorry,
that was a really good session. Thank you very much for joining us.
Sorry for those questions. I can't give an exact answer, but again, like Rabia and Ravina said, you can contact them. They will pass on your 8 questions to us, just so that then we can follow it up. Yeah.
All right. Do you have any last words?
Add to that, sorry, Sherry, that we've got regional specific consultants based at SIUK. So any of those kind of very specific qualifications, like we had the Italian student and things like that, we've got Italian counselors in place. So yeah, just send us an email at that email address we dropped in there, which was info@studyin, and we'll make sure that you're able to speak to someone from your region so they can advise you a bit better on your application to Strathclyde.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you have any more questions, like Ravina said, you can drop us an email and we will get back to you. And thank you so much, Sherry, for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. And I hope this has been useful in terms of a general information about Strathclyde. And again, apology for haven't been able to answer all of the specific intro requirements questions. But again, like Ravina said, please drop them an email and I will divert those queries to our country staff, who look after the different regions, and they will have a lot more better idea in terms of the intro requirement. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I will end this meeting now, and hopefully we'll get to speak to you all soon.